Hello everyone, this is Cindy and I just wanted to show you this latest junk journal I made. It is, guess what, another floral junk journal. I just happen to have floral stuff all over my house. And I keep finding these book covers that say make a junk journal out of me, so that's what I'm doing. This one measures, I have my little cheat sheet here, 6 by 8 1/4. It has a 2-inch fabric covered spine with 3 signatures, 132 pages. At the signature, you know, where the fabric meets the book, I put this really pretty purple braid trim, I'm not sure what it would be called, trim, that I got at Salvation Army. And also on the front, I had this little butterfly that was embroidered on a skirt I found Salvation Army again. And the rest of this is just the cover. It's just gorgeous. And on the back, it's got the same trim. I closed it with this hair tie and post closure, and I actually did pretty well about not chunking it up. And on the inside, where the fabric is on the spine, I used a different braid or trim. And it's the same on the front and the back. You can see I still got strings everywhere. Okay, so let's start looking at this. I think I told you everything else I needed to on the outside. So on the front, it's got 3 signatures. Each one's made from franken paper. And each one has lace on the front. And on this side, I just made a library pocket out of some double-sided scrapbook paper. And then this, I don't know if you can tell, it's embossed. And also, I just apologize for the lighting. It is like 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and we are right in the middle of a thunderstorm, so you might hear thunder rumbling. And there goes some now. It's just kind of dark, but I wanted to get this video done. But anyway, this piece of paper has embossing on it, and it came from the book. So this has got embossing on it, and this is what the fly leaf I think it's called. So anyway, I just made a little journaling card out of it, and then here I had this in my stash. It came from some book. So anyway, it's pink, so it goes in. All right, first signature. On this side is just a pocket made from an image I got from a magazine. A friend gave me a whole bunch of gardening magazines, so that's part of the reason I have gardening stuff all around me. But I've got, you know, an abundant supply of really beautiful images, so I just made that one into a pocket. It's been stitched onto some cardstock. Here's a journaling card. You'll see several like it in the book. It's made from a book page. It's got blank paper on the back you can write, and just collage on the front and stitching. And then this has got fabric behind it too. And this is scrapbook paper, and I just put this image from a book on there, just cut it out. This is some ribbon that's got wire ribbon, and I just made a tuck out of it. And this is just a little note card I have in my stash, and I want to stay in there, so maybe we get a little paper clip for that. Here we go, got one right here, and we'll make him stay in place. There we go. All right, this is a greeting card, just gorgeous image. And there's several magazine pages in here that just had the pretty flower images, and they're kind of flimsy, so I sewed 2 of them back to back. And then on a bunch of them, you'll see I put bias tape, stitched it on there. It just gives that edge a different feel to it. Here is like a little fabric flip I made out of some tulle, and this is fabric washi, and then this is just regular washi right here. And here's a pocket made out of scrapbook paper. It's just got a scallop edge, and then that little flower I bought at Hobby Lobby. And I just put this greeting card in there. I'm not sure the date, but it looks kind of old. You just see the faded flowers on it. Circle pocket or tuck, the guest check on it, in it. And a little bit of collaging there with an actual stamp. And this is a silk leaf. And on this page, it's from a book. It's a book page, and I just put some of this orange. Nope, yeah, that's it. I started saying, no, it's the next page. No, it's got the orange bias tape on it. This is from a cover of a magazine. I just like the purple flowers. And on this side, I covered up most of the writing with this little book page pocket that's got stickers on it that you can see the book page through the stickers. And it's just a Project Life card I just put in there and didn't embellish it any. And behind it is a tag, just made out of scrapbook paper, different collaging, and it's got trim at the top. And here's just a cluster. This is some scrapbook paper I've had in my stash forever, and I love it, love it, love it. And I finally decided, what am I saving it for? Well, it must have been for this book. It's got some trim here. This is a little pocket made out of scrapbook paper with a lace flower on it. And there's a piece of ribbon there too. This is just a tag I made out of some scrapbook paper. And that's the the negative of a punch, and then just added some stuff to make it a little cluster. And we got two calendar pages that I stitched together, and because they were kind of thin, and that makes the center of the book, or the signature. Here's a pocket that's woven out of book page and scrapbook paper. It's got velvet ribbon here, and it's not really crochet, but it's like machine crochet ribbon. And here's an embroidered flower. And here's a flower that's been embroidered. It was on a shirt, and I just cut it out. And then here's the journaling card I made for it. Fussy cut image with some collage, music, and it's been stitched around. Okay, it's a book page. Here's the other side of that scrapbook paper I love. Here's a magazine page that cover, and words here that didn't really go with the theme, so I just covered it up with this scrap paper that I messy stitched around. Here's some book page from an old Wildflower book, and I added some of that bias tape on the edge. And then this is a wallpaper pocket with another Project Life card in it, and this old greeting card. That one goes behind it, and this one goes in it. So it's a double pocket. Coffee dyed paper. This is some graph paper. And on this page is one of my favorite collages I've ever done, and I couldn't tell you why. I don't know if it's the colors or what, but the base of it is a print from my digital kit, the old newspaper ads, and it's backed onto, I either printed on cardstock or put it on cardstock. And then this is napkin, and then it's got this fussy cut image, fussy cut word, a ticket, and then this is just a sticker. It looks kind of like washi tape. So I don't know, I just like that combination. And this is a guest tag, guest check that's in that pocket, and it's fussy cut image and just some collage work. And this magazine page had words here that weren't real, we didn't care about them. So I just put this big old collage on there, and this is a scrap that I cut from the signatures, because it's Franken paper and just some other little paper added. And then of course some more bias tape. I went crazy putting bias tape on pages. I just really, really like it. This is the greeting card, and it had a really great quote from Helen Keller, so I kept it. It says, "As long as the memory of certain beloved friends lives in my heart, I shall say that life is good." Helen Keller. All right, this tuck is just made from this image, and this is some of that orange bias tape I folded out and just ruffled up, and another guest check with napkin on it and collage and washi tape. All right, this is a paper doily that I got from Tuesday Morning. This little packet is $3, and it's been several months. I keep forgetting to use them. And they have like these images that punch out. And here's one I wanted to use of the flower and the leaves and the butterfly, but it was too wide for my book. So I barely fit that doily in. So anyway, you'll be seeing more of these in future projects. That's a really pretty one. Oh, love those. Okay, so anyway, there's that one. And scrapbook paper, into the signature, new signature, Franken paper again with some lace. And then on this page, it's a book page with the bias tape on it. I just made a collaged tuck with magazine images and dictionary page, that fussy cut butterfly, stitching around it, just different things. And here's a tag made from some really vintage looking book page, and just different elements on there, including tissue paper from, clothing pattern, and that's a stamp, and just different things. And it's blank on the back, so you can write. Greeting card, another magazine page, and I just covered up a, boring spot with some messy stitching on these little scrap paper. Journaling, I call them journaling spots, and I just added a butterfly to that one. Coffee dyed paper. This is 2 calendar pages folded together again, coffee dye paper. This is a book page, just folds out. Scrapbook paper. Another one of those journaling spots. Some more bias tape. Really pretty scrapbook paper in the center. Other side of that magazine page with the bias tape. Scrapbook paper, the other side of that book page. Other side of the calendar pages stitched together. All this type of paper is all coffee dyed. This is a magazine cover, and it's a little thicker, but I went ahead and put the bias tape on there because I liked it. And on this side, since it was kind of boring in spots, that's the actual magazine page, but I covered up, you know, the words with this envelope that just decorated with different collage. And here's the journaling card that goes behind it. And then inside of it, I just have this little flower that used to be a Post-it note, and I just put it on some cardstock. So we got a little cluster there, and this is another one of those little fabric embroidery flowers. Okay, this is loose, and I included it because I don't know, because I wanted to, I guess. But anyway, the purpose of it is you can journal in it, of course. This side I just did different collage work and fussy cut images. And the purpose of it is to use it as a bookmark. And then also, like if you were wanting to write on your page, but say it was real lumpy under it, and then you could put this there, and you got a smoother background to write on. So that's the purpose of it. I don't know if it has a name, but it's right there in this book. Now I got to figure out where it was. Somewhere around here. Talked about that. I think it was here. Okay. And this is the other side of a greeting card. And it just had, you know, who made it and all that sort of stuff on the back. So I just put this little pocket that's made out of handmade paper. It's got like rose petals in it. It was from a wedding invitation kit. And they had 2 holes there for you can put ribbon. So I just put some fabric scrap there. And inside the little pocket, I just had this little booklet made out of scrap paper, stapled together. Magazine, no, this is a book page, wildflower book, bias tape on it. I made this little tuck out of a seed packet and just decorated it with some collage work. And here is the journaling card, that I made to go in it. Just an index card. That's the end of the signature. The next one still has the franken paper and the lace. And I didn't do anything to the other side, but this kind of had a little tuck right there. So I just put this in there so you can kind of see that something can be tucked in. This is a book page that I sewed this trim onto. And this is a pocket made out of an envelope that's folded up. And that's the actual postage thing on the envelope. It's like a return envelope, you know. And I just added some extra collage work here. And then I glued this big yellow image down before I realized I was going to leave this little flap, you know, open as another little tuck. And so I forgot. But anyway, I just glued it down. So it actually could be there's a tuck here and a tuck here. So I really need another little something to go with it, don't I? And I will put a little, here, wait a minute. I got stuff right here. We'll just put this little journaling card right there in that pocket. Okay. And we got, this is a greeting card, coffee dyed paper, magazine pages. This is a graph paper I put in here. It had stamped images on it, and I put it in upside down. So we just solved that by making a little collage out of fabric washi and this trim and that scrapbook paper. It's a magazine cover, and on this side is a big journaling spot with messy stitching and a butterfly. Some more bias tape. This is some wallpaper I just glued on this white paper because I thought it was really pretty and needed a little accent there. And that's the back side of some scrapbook paper. This is, once again, 2 calendar pages stitched together. So they're thicker, and it's the center of the signature. And on this magazine page, I like that side, added the bias tape. This side just had like a shoe or something there, so let's cover that up. So I had this book pocket in my stash, and I just decorated it with all sorts of collage and just had these 2 little journaling cards to tuck in there. That's a little tag. Magazine cover. Here's the other side of that graph paper that had the image upside down, so I just put some fabric washi on top of it. There's some more bias tape and some more a journaling spot with messy stitching. And on this end of the card, I like it white because you can definitely write on it, but here it just talks about who made it and all that. So I just took this envelope and just, you know, did some collage work on the front. There's some green velvet ribbon there. And that's the image that was already on the the envelope. And then I just added that little image. And then here's the journaling card that's in there. Just a bunch of different collage work. And then this way, it covers up that writing on the back of that page. And then you also can still write on this one. Here's a pocket made out of scrapbook paper. It's got some lace glued on there. And just, I had this little journaling card in my stash. It's included in there. There's scalloped edges on the scrapbook paper. More bias tape stitched on there. Or actually, it's not bias tape. It's trim on this side. Yellow trim. And we're at the end of the signatures, the end of the book. The back part has this big tuck made out of book page and just collage work. Images, there's music paper, there's a handwritten recipe, and this image I put on there, and then just this little journaling card. So anyway, that's this journal. It's going to be for sale in my Etsy shop, Books by Burke. So if you're interested, you can go check it out. I'll try to get this video uploaded pretty quick. So we'll talk to you later. Bye.